Okay, continuing the last video, which totally just got cut off. Okay, so I'm filling up the inside here to give it an even more padded look when I do the satin stitch going this way. So you could do some very loose stitching like the way that I'm doing. You could use back stitch, stem stitch, chain stitch, braided stitch. I mean, there's a lot. You could fill it up with any kind of stitch at all, depending on how high you want these to go. You could also, if you wanted to have a very padded, rounded look, so the satin stitching is coming up very high, then you could see how I'm kind of layering these stitches. You could maybe even crisscross over top of them like that. Okay, so then once I have the inside padded as much as I wanted to, so right now I have the inside padded as well as lining on the outside, these pink lines, these kind of guides. You could do both. You could do one or the other. It's really up to you. So I would start my satin stitch on the outside of one line and go to the outside of the other. Keeping the stitches as close together as possible. And you want the tension in your threads to be, in your stitches to be even. You don't want one to be really tight and one to be really loose. So keep that in mind as well. And you can see everything underneath this is getting covered up. So you can't see the pink stitches under the teal. You won't be able to see the horizontal lines either. Okay, and it would just go back and forth, back and forth. And you can see here a little bit of a difference between this is very rounded and this is a little more flat, and then this back here is very flat. Okay, you can kind of see a difference between those. And it's going to give you a different texture. It's going to give you a much different look on each one. So there's different ways that you can do the satin stitch. This is perfect for small areas, like I said before. Much larger areas, I'm talking about maybe larger than 4 inches across, you're going to be running into problems depending on are you using a Pearl 5 cotton, or are you using all 6 embroidery floss threads, or are you splitting it up? So this is a really useful and versatile tool that you have in your toolbox. You can use for filling, for an effect. If you want some flowers to look like they're in the foreground and others to look like they're in the background, you can use, a raised satin stitch so that it looks like they're popping more than the other ones. So I really encourage you guys to play around with this because you can do a lot of really cool different effects. All right, I hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys in the group. Thanks.